China's COVID lockdowns weighing on the global supply chain crisis. Container ships forced to stall near the port of Shanghai, the world's biggest container port, causing major shipping delays. And we're looking at a picture of the cargo vessels and tankers, passenger vessels that are stuck in the Shanghai port, unable to load and unload. Joining me right now is the Port of Los Angeles Executive Director, Jean Seroka. Jean, great to see you. Thanks very much for being here. Can you assess where we are? I know you've said that the Port of Los Angeles has not seen a significant decline in cargo vessels since China's lockdown began 2 months ago. The Port of LA even slightly ahead of last year's pace by 1%. What can you tell us today about the port and about the supply chain issues around cargo?
Good morning, Maria. We're coming off our best first quarter ever. And for the month of April, second best in our history. In fact, when we release those numbers here this morning, West Coast time, the April figures will show a 17% increase compared to the last 5-year average. And imports are up 18% over that time. During the past 2 months with the COVID-19 lockdowns in Shanghai, we have not seen the precipitous drop in cargo that some have called for. Rather, we've been averaging about 40 vessels per week departing, and the throughput at the Port of Los Angeles rivals our all-time highs.
So are you saying that there is no more cargo issue in terms of this logjam?
There are impacts across the board, Maria, but what we've seen is the government in China prioritizing their long-haul cargo lanes, including our own trans-Pacific trade. There are impacts at subassembly, manufacturing, and transport divisions throughout. The Huangpu River and the downtown port, along with Waigaoqiao at the mouth of the Yellow Sea, are also seeing less than normal productivity. But for that manufacturing sector west of Shanghai, think of the Hongqiao area, Suzhou, Hangzhou, out to Nanjing in the Jiangsu province, they're about equidistant between the port in Shanghai and Ningbo. Cargo is making its way to both ports, and in fact, Ningbo over the last 8 weeks is up 25%.
Wow. Well, that's good news. And we have officials in Shanghai saying that they've recorded a third day of no community infections. The city government announced, quote, precautionary areas will open in an orderly manner with limited movement and effective control. How do you think things change in Shanghai if, in fact, we do see a staggered opening there?
You know, Maria, I lived in Shanghai for a number of years and lived through SARS. This COVID-19 pandemic is hundreds of times worse than what we witnessed on the ground. The number one thought is the health and safety of the populace, the workers, and so many others that have been impacted by this terrible virus. How it happens next really is up to the health and safety of the citizens on the ground, but commerce continues to move. Now, that inter-Asia short sea cargo, think of cargo that moves from central China to Korea, Japan, and down south to other Asian nations, that's being impacted. The inbound cargo of materials also have seen delays. But so far, managing through this very difficult situation for 8 weeks, we continue to see that flow of cargo.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about retailers this morning, and Walmart said that the supply shortages did cut into profit margins. That's Walmart. Home Depot had a different scenario, actually took its estimates up for the rest of the year. So what is getting stuck in the logjam and what isn't? Why do you think Walmart had a problem, but Home Depot didn't?
We've been grappling with supply chain issues and talking about this at our dinner tables for the better part of 3 years now. And looking at companies like Walmart and Home Depot, huge importers through the Port of Los Angeles, they've got varying cargo segments, product that's needed right away on store shelves and in fulfillment centers, and other products that will be going into replenishment of inventory. And that's what major retailers have told us. Q2, which is traditionally our slack season, has been geared and strategized to building up those safety stocks and inventories. The inventory sales ratio, as you know, nationwide is the lowest it's been since 2011.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're going to be real focused on the second quarter, since usually it's the slack quarter. This quarter is probably going to be a lot busier because of overflow happening in the first quarter. Let me get Ryan Payne in here. I'm with Ryan this morning. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, Gene, congrats on that awesome first quarter. I'm curious, though, how is labor being affected at the Port of Los Angeles? Are you having a labor shortage? Is that affecting supply chains? Because that seems to be one of the biggest issues right now with moving goods and services, especially across the U.S.
Good morning, Ryan. Three big segments of labor. The dock workers, 15,000 women and men who work at the ports every day, have been averaging 6 days a week on the job since the pandemic began. Everyone who wants work is out there on the job. The second segment is truckers. And while I don't think we have a trucker shortage, we've got a shortage of good jobs. We've got to get these drivers in and out of the port, servicing them at high levels, attract, recruit, and retain folks in this segment. We could use more work on the ground. And then thirdly is the warehouse segment. We boast 2 billion square feet from the shores of the Pacific out to the desert region of Southern California, and it said that we've got about 10,000 job openings. We've got to get folks into that segment as well and keep them there to work on all this cargo flow as we head towards an early peak season, beginning with landings at the end of June.
Well, the U.S. is extending the COVID public health emergency beyond July, Gene, and we know that in some areas they're talking about putting the masks back on. It doesn't seem like you have worries about a COVID impact on things. You say retailers and e-commerce outlets are actually likely going to ship goods early for back to school and year-end holidays this year.
That's right, but there's something every day, Maria, in the supply chain that impacts us. We've got to continue to move forward as best we can, knowing these hurdles. This data system that we've developed, the Port Optimizer, is helping us see over hills and around corners to anticipate issues before they become problems.
Yeah, we are waiting on retail sales numbers. They're going to be out in about 5 minutes. Gene, how would you characterize retail right now, given all of the backdrop that you have at your fingertips?
As a leading indicator to the U.S. economy and retail sales, the order cycle process, Maria, which typically goes out 90 to 120 days, looks strong. May landings will be good. Okay. June is anticipated to be strong as well before we move into that seasonal product category and the all-important year-end holidays.
Terrific. Gene, it's great to get your insights on this. Thanks so much. Gene Seroka joining us from the L.A. port.